week's Saturday Night Stories, we're reading another selection from the book A Christmas Story by Jean Shepherd. So this is a good selection the whole family will enjoy. Our family always had its Christmas on Christmas Eve. Other less fortunate people I heard opened their presents in the chill, clammy light of dawn. Far more civilized, our Santa Claus recognized that barbaric practice for what it was. Around midnight, great heaps of tissuey, crinkly, sparkly packages appeared among the lower branches of the tree and half hidden among the folds of the white bedsheet that looked in the soft light like some magic snowbank. Earlier, just after the tree had been finished, my father had taken me and my brother out to pick up a bottle of wine. When we returned, Santa had been there and gone. On the end table in the bookcase were bowls of English walnuts, cashews, almonds, and hard candy. My brother circled around the tree, moaning softly, while I, cooler and more controlled, quickly eyed the mountain of revealingly wrapped largesse and knew the worst. Out of the kitchen came my mother, flushed and sparkly-eyed, bearing 2 wine glasses filled with Walgreen drugstore vintage. Christmas had officially begun. As they sipped their wine and plunged into their cornucopia, quivering with desire and the ecstasy of unbridled avarice. In the background on the radio, Lionel Barrymore's wheezy, friendly old voice spoke kindly of Bob Cratchit, Tiny Tim, and the ghost of old Marley. The first package I grabbed was tagged, "To Randy from Santa." I feverishly passed it over to my brother, who was always a slow reader, and returned to work. To Ralphie from Aunt Clara on a largish, lumpy, red-wrapped gift that I suspected to be a crummy football. Frantically, I tore off the wrappings. Oh no, a pair of fuzzy, pink, idiotic, cross-eyed, lop-eared bunny slippers? Aunt Clara had for years labored under the delusion that I was not only perpetually 4 years old, but also a girl. My mother instantly added oil to the flames by saying, "Oh, aren't they sweet? Aunt Clara always gives you the nicest presents. Put them on, see if they fit." They did. Immediately, my feet began to sweat as those 2 fluffy little bunnies with blue cotton eyes stared sappily up at me, and I knew that for at least 2 years I would have to wear them every time Aunt Clara visited us. I just hoped that Flick would never spot them, as the word of this humiliation could easily make life at Warren G. Harding School a veritable hell. Next to me in harness, my kid brother silently, doggedly stripped package after package until he hit the zeppelin. It was the jackpot. Wow, a zeppelin! Whoopee, wow! Falling over sideways with an ear-splitting yell, he launched it upward in the middle branches of the tree. 2 glass angels and a golden bugle crashed to the floor, and a string of lights winked out. "It's not supposed to fly, you nut," I said. "Ah, what good is a zeppelin that don't fly? It rolls and it beeps." Instantly, he was on his knees pushing it, beeping fiendishly, propellers clacking across the living room rug. It was a sound I was to become sickeningly familiar with in the months ahead. I suspect even at that moment my mother knew that one day the zeppelin would mysteriously disappear, never to beep again. My father was on his feet with the blink of the dying tree lights. He loved nothing better than to track down the continual short circuits and burned out bulbs of Christmas tree light strings. Oblivious, I continued to ravage my gifts, feigning unalloyed joy at each lousy Sandy Andy dump truck and Monopoly game. My brother's gift to me was the only bright spot in an otherwise mediocre haul, a rubber Frankenstein mask, which I knew would come in handy. I immediately put it on and, peering through the slit eyes, continued to open my booty. "Oh, how terrible," my mother said. "Take it off and put it away." "I think it looks good on him," my father said. I stood up and did my already famous Frankenstein walk, clumping stiff-legged around the living room and back to the tree. Finally, it was all over. There were no more mysterious packages under the tree, only a great pile of crumpled tissue, paper string, and empty boxes.